All right, welcome back, everyone. What is going on today? Let me know down in the comments what you got planned for today. Would be great. Let's get some conversation going. Today we've got the Velix from Bestechman. Bestechman is the budget brand, budget arm, budget division of Bestech, which always kind of is interesting to me because Bestech is already a budget knife company. Don't let the name fool you. It's kind of a goofy name, Bestechman, but don't let that fool you. They make some great stuff. I filmed a lot of theirs, own a couple because they've, given them to me, much like this one. When they reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in this, they gave me a couple of color options and asked which one I wanted. And I instantly grabbed this one because a very good friend of mine, purple is his favorite color. And he is much like me. He has things in that budget line all the way up to the several $1,000 knives that he owns, collects, shares on his Instagram. And we're talking about my good friend Eric, Blades and Bullets on Instagram. If you're not following him, you should be, because you're missing out on some great photography, cool videos, and just all around awesome human being. So he doesn't know it yet. He'll know by the time this video airs that he is the proud owner of this because he'll have it. All right, quick little close-up. PVD blade, purple G10, purple anodized thumb studs. Yes, I wish it was easier, and I wish they could anodize it to match, but every purple knife or anything that I've ever gotten, you can't really match it. Or blue G10 with a blue anode thumb stud. It's just not going to ever be a perfect match, which is okay. The intent is there. Pocket clip is done how everybody should do their pocket clips. There is a recessed pocket for the actual bent part of the clip, and then they use countersunk hardware, so there is nothing protruding. Everybody listen to me. This is the way to do a pocket clip. Unless you're going to do a pocket clip where the hardware is nowhere near where your pocket goes, this is also acceptable on this Spyderco Delica. But if you're going to have a fold-over clip, if you will, it needs to be this way. That's the only way to do it. Picked up some lint there because this will never have an issue in your pocket. And I know I drone on about that from time to time, and I'm sorry, but I think it's just such an important piece that a lot of companies are missing. You can see there's some really big milled out pockets. It's a skeletonized liners. This is an Ostap Hell design. Runs on bearings and is a button lock. Now, button locks are not my favorite. They are fidgety, but the detent on them is usually not as crisp as a standard detent would be. So that always does kind of bother me. This one works really well, and it's fun. What's also nice about this one is it's very quiet when it closes. So no matter how hard I close it, it's just kind of a thud. Some other button locks, they're gonna make noise when they slam shut and bounce a little bit. So I really do appreciate the fact that this is silent. All right, some specs on this. It's 4 3/8, 7 5/8 overall, with a 3.26 inch blade. It's 0.014 behind the edge, 14C28N. Not a premium steel, not an M390, not a Magna Cut, not a Elma, you name the premium steel, but 14C28N is a good steel. It sharpens really easily. It gets relatively sharp. Doesn't hold the edge forever, but it's easy to touch up in the field, if you will. if you're in need of that sort of thing and you have the ability to sharpen knives, strop knives, this can be done really quick. Magnet cut, you really can't just strop it up in the field and bring it back to life. It's just too hard. It's going to take you time, effort, and energy to resharpen magnet cut. So this is a really good alternative to that. Relatively lightweight at 2.9 ounces. So there's kind of an unspoken rule. Maybe it's a spoken rule. I've talked about it. 1 ounce per inch of blade. So this one is 3.26 inch blade, should weigh in at 3.2 ounces, give or take. This one comes in under that, so it's considered a lighter knife in that standard. Runs on bearings and is just a hair under 1/2 inch thick, minus the pocket clip. It works really well. The pocket clip is fairly deep carry. It's right at the edge. I wish it was slightly less deep carry, but it works fine. And it feels good in the hand, and it feels good in the pocket. So a couple of quick size comparisons. The Sharpie, the Spider Godelica. I don't think I mentioned, this runs at about $60 on the Bestechman website and Blade HQ. Here's the Kubi, also Chinese made. This is the KB237, the Carve, they call it. D2, Black G10. This comes in multiple different color variations, as does this. They have coated blades, non-coated blades, black, green, purple, blue, orange. There's 4 or 5 different colorways for the scales, and you have the coated blades and non-coated blades. So you can get in all different varieties, much like the Kubi. This one's going to run you $60, give or take. This one's going to run you about $45 to $50, give or take, on Amazon. So similar, but different. Both liner locks. I'm sorry. This is a liner lock. That's a button lock. What am I thinking? So it's just, what do you like or not like? This one, they used a button head screw. Doesn't really have a problem, but I wish they used a countersunk hardware on that also, just because that is the right way to do it. So right out of the box, it cuts. It's perfectly sharp enough, but it's not crazy cut yourself sharp. I mean, yes, you can cut yourself, but you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I think I have a Bestechman playlist. I'll put something in the corner. Go check it out. Let me know down below. Do you guys ever click on the other videos on the corners? I'm just curious. Is it worth my 30 seconds to put one there if nobody ever clicks on it? Inquiring minds want to know.